Welcome to REMelations. We're your hosts. I'm Mindy.
And I'm Brooke.
REMelations is a dream interpretation podcast where we read listeners' dreams. From nightmares to the just plain bizarre, join us as we give you our comedic interpretation of your fucked up REM cycle. Mm-hmm. I'm sharing a dream from Kaitlyn this week that has to do with waterfalls, crocs and pipes, and police-approved house parties.
Okay. And we've also got some great cat naps about, your everyday friendly Cobra, headless moms.
Ouch. Don't like that.
This is a real good one, you guys. We've got Smurfs and giant talking eels. Also, if you want to hear something really dark and demented, stick around because I'm talking about Hulu's documentary, The Monster Inside, America's Most Haunted House. Nightmares are real, people. They're real and they're happening.
All right, bestie, jump in your duck boat and let's get started.
Woo!
I was like, wait, Brooke, we can't start recording and you can't look until I say look. And yeah, you asked if I went blonde, but no, I can't pull off blonde. You know I can't.
I love it.
But I did chop like a good 6 inches off my hair.
I was going to say it is a lot.
Besties who are listening, it's like right collarbone.
Is it shorter in the back a little bit? Is it a little?
No, I just didn't straighten it.
Mindy can do anything, pull off any hairstyle, short, long, in between. She's an in-between right now, and it looks fantastic.
I'm in between. Yes, thank you. Thank you. How are you? Beautiful. I miss you. I feel like we have so much to catch up on.
It's been so long, I feel like. Yes, no, I am barely hanging on, Mindy. Had a little too much to drink last night.
Had a little fun. It was your dad's and your brother's birthday party, and you had a little too much fun.
Yeah, but I had a little too much fun.
Well, maybe we can relieve some of your hangover with some dreams.
Okay, well, let's give it a shot. Do you have one for us today?
I do, and I'm starting with Kaitlyn.
Kaitlyn.
From Manvel, North Dakota.
Okay.
So Kaitlyn starts with saying, "In my dream, me and all my siblings were sitting at the table in our dining room. My mom walked in and told us to go outside and get in the car because she was taking us somewhere fun."
Oh, that's the best. Best surprise ever.
Like surprise mom trips? Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to get ice cream? Or
it's like, you don't have to go to Grandma's? School today. We're going to go.
Even better.
Yeah.
We got in the car and she started driving. It took 30 seconds of driving when we reached the waterfall.
Ooh, that they didn't know existed before.
Yeah, right 30 seconds away from their house. Surprise. And then my mom drove up the waterfall in the car.
Amazing. What kind of car was this?
Like a duck boat. It had to be a duck boat.
Okay, go ahead, Mom.
We stopped at a giant pipe in the mountain.
Okay.
As the car was stopped, she asked us loudly, "Are you guys ready?" As if like the first part wasn't exciting enough.
Right.
We gotta do something else.
Yeah.
And we said yes. So she drove into the pipe and it led to a sewer. The sewer had wild crocodiles inside.
I don't know if this is the best outing to take your kids on. Sewer pipes and crocodiles?
She began running over and killing every single one she saw.
Rude.
Sorry, I should have put a trigger warning in the beginning. I'll put it in the show notes.
Okay.
Of course, but sorry, Brooke.
I like it, Mindy.
Mom's driving over the crocodiles. She was also getting points for it like it was a video game. She kept killing all those crocs for hours.
Oh my God.
How many were there?
There had to be a ton of them. Was it just floor to ceiling in the pipe? Crocodiles?
Oh, just ding, 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 ding. That score's going up. Free lives, everything, bonus rounds.
Like a pinball machine. Boom, 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 boom.
Then for some reason, my dream immediately transitioned. Scene change.
I love a scene change.
Me and my brother were home alone. I don't know why the dream changed so quickly. We were home alone and we didn't know where everyone else was. And then we heard knocking on the front door and saw police cars outside.
Uh-oh, I don't like it.
They're like, ma'am, can we see,
Can Can we see
your car for evidence, please?
Does it have crocodile carcass all in its bits and pieces?
I told my brother to just open the door for the police, but he refused and said, "It's just the police. Why should I let them in?" So I went and opened the door myself.
Fucking lazy brother. I've got one of those.
The police officer immediately stated, "This house doesn't belong to you anymore." And then random people started running inside my house and began partying together.
Oh, it's a party house now.
It's a rando party house.
Love a rando party house.
I love a rando party. I don't know if they want a rando party in my house.
No. That's going to be someone else's house for sure.
Who's going to clean that shit up?
Not me.
Me and my brother had no clue what was going on. The police officer had left and everyone else was just still partying in my house and playing music together. Then somehow my brother was able to obtain some private information about what was going on using his phone.
Oh, good job, brother.
I have no idea what it said, but he did say that the information was a document file and that he was reading it on his phone.
Oh, that's tough.
I'm
sorry. Third world. I meant first world problems.
Right. You just got to zoom in.
Yeah.
I was thankful that my brother was able to get this information to find out what was going on, but he wasn't telling me.
Why?
I just kept asking him, "What does the document say about our house?" And then he kept saying, "Well,
no."
Over and over, and would never share the information.
I'm so annoyed right now.
And then I woke up. What a dick. What a dick brother you got there. He's like, "I know, but you can't know."
I know, but you don't know. Like,
I wonder what the sibling, who's firstborn? Like, what is the brother older? Because it seems like an older brother thing to do.
I think it was an older brother.
Yeah, I just have a feeling. Mm-hmm. Let us know, Kaitlyn. But wow, what a dream. Wow.
Where do we begin? Pipelines, crocodiles, sewers, road trips? I don't. We have it all.
We begin by Mindy going upstairs and grabbing her notes because she forgot them.
Oh my goodness, of course.
Well, one moment, please. And I'm back with my notes.
Kaitlyn. Okay.
Here we go, Kaitlyn. I mean, it starts good. It starts really good. Mom's like, "We're having an adventure."
Yeah,
so that's
best
exciting.
day ever.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad day. There was nothing really in the stream that was horrible besides some animal harm to those poor crocodiles. But there's nothing really horrible that happened to Kaitlyn in the stream. So,
do you think that might be traumatizing a little bit, though?
Perhaps.
To see
might have to see
all
a therapist
the animal death, but also just to be around so many deadly animals in mass numbers.
I mean, yes, I am in that duck boat. She's just going right up the waterfall.
You know, those duck boats aren't really covered, Mindy. Crocs.
They're not really safe anyway either.
Crocs can push themselves out of the water the length of their tail because it's all muscle.
Yeah.
They're getting in that duck boat. Anyway, I know.
Okay.
Other than that, it was a fine time.
It was a fine day.
Yeah.
Nothing horrific happened. But let's start with a waterfall because we've talked about water a lot in dreams we've done in the past. But we've never specifically talked about what a waterfall might mean.
That's true.
Different type of water situation.
Wow, we're still surprising each other after all these years, Mindy.
all these years. It feels like it should be a song.
We'll do a slow dance for our sleepover squad.
That would be nice. Am I high and you're low on my waist, or am I low and you're high on my shoulders?
Well, let's just see how it plays out.
We'll see how we're feeling.
Yeah,
maybe we'll switch halfway through.
Maybe everyone gets a turn.
I lead, you lead. Okay, so waterfalls. Waterfalls can represent in dreams a process of letting go of something.
Oh, okay.
And it can also be a symbol of cleansing, like the cycle of life. A waterfall is always ever changing. It's not stagnant water. But it's different than a river. We say, rivers in dreams can often mean, a flow or a change in your life. But waterfalls seem like so much of a big change, or like a big cycle you're going through, or something a lot bigger than a river.
Well, Mindy, you shouldn't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to. Hashtag. What does Chili from TLC Dream?
And I'm going to have to here, and just so people know,
yes,
Chili's not her real name.
What?
It's shocking. I know. Her real name is Rosonda Chili Thomas.
She was always my fave.
Oh my God. I thought especially in the waterfalls video.
She looked good. Oh my God. They had abs to die for, all three of those girls. Oh my God,
yes. Oh, don't even get me started on that. But, so even though they chased waterfalls, before we move on, I think I have the TLC CD behind my setup here. I think it's right back there. I can probably just break it out if you want it.
Yeah, let's
I gotta
get
find
it
a CD
out.
player though.
I don't have one of those. No, I do actually. My car is so old, we can play a CD in it.
Ooh, my car has one too. Okay, you're right.
But that was one of my first concerts.
Really?
Not that album, but was it on the TLC Tip, their first album?
Yeah,
I was really, really young. They were
been
nobodies at the time.
Preteen.
Like 10.
Yeah.
Around 10, 11, something like that.
They came to Iowa?
No, I was in Arizona for the summer. Of course, my cool cousin Kathy took me and Brett to this concert, and it was TLC, Jodeci, which is okay, what else?
Of course.
But I was there for the number 3 act, 100%.
Boys
to Men. Ow!
ABC,
BBD, 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 Bell DeVoe, East Coast Family.
Love it.
And then the headliner was Hammer, MC Hammer.
Oh, wow. I can't believe you saw those artists all at the same time.
That's a good first concert.
At 10?
I didn't know who Jodeci really was, but
no.
And TLC, it was I just thought they were really cool because they drove out in little those cars for kids that move though. They all drove
the
out.
Power Wheels.
Power Wheels. They all drove out in their own little Power Wheels, and I was
I love it.
Who are these girls? I kind of like them. But it was an interesting first concert.
Fun. Well, we're not chasing waterfalls. We are driving up one.
No.
I think it is interesting though that it's up, which up is always a good sign because you think of the dangers of a waterfall. If it was a true nightmare of a dream,
falling over the waterfall,
going over the edge,
right?
So this is a dream that's all on its head, right?
Yes, it's opposite day in this dream.
It's fun opposite day with mom.
We're gonna drive up a waterfall and into the sewer, but it's not gonna be gross. But there's gonna be crocodiles, but they're not gonna hurt us, and we're just gonna have the best day ever.
And let's get to those crocodiles because it almost seems to me like it's a Mario.
It feels like a video
right?
game.
You go up this waterfall, you get points, you're going down a sewer. I mean,
it kind of
I just wonder if Kaitlyn is. I wonder if you're playing a little Mario Brothers before bed, which I would too. I love Mario Brothers. Big fan of the game.
I know you are.
But let's talk about crocs. I was a little stuck on crocodiles. Like you said, they're very strong. They got a lot of strength in them, especially in their tail. I looked it up a bit because I didn't know where to go with it. And crocodiles can mean taking a stand for something. And I thought that was interesting because I feel like it kind of plays into this whole dream later on.
Oh, yeah, because she stands up to her brother. She's like, I'm just going to go get the door myself, you lazy piece of something.
Brother? You lazy piece of brother.
You lazy piece of brother.
It could also mean that someone's trying to give you bad advice or leading you towards making bad decisions.
Brother.
Which brothers can do.
But also he was like, hemming and hawing.
Oh, it's fine.
It's fine. He wouldn't give her an answer. Maybe he's trying to throw her off.
And mom's taking care of the situation, though. That's the part that it wasn't scary at any point. She didn't mention any emotions in the stream, which I think is interesting. But I think if there's anything you would feel is scared, claustrophobic.
I would be terrified.
Terrified.
Lots of adjectives come to mind.
Yeah. I mean, I know you do get wet in the duck boat, but my pants are going to be wet, not from the water. If you know what I mean.
No. It's going to be of yellow in nature.
Of yellow color. Well, we get past the crocodiles, and somehow we're magically transported to a scene change, and we're back at the house.
Yeah,
Mom's not there
it's
anymore.
a party.
But it's not a welcome party. It's not like, hey, I invited all these people over. The police knock on the door, and Kaitlyn, she almost like calls out her brother. Like, she's almost true trusting, I feel like, in this dream.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the police. Let them in. Like, what could go wrong?
Yeah.
I feel like she's giving up too much of
her innocence.
Like, too much trust in
innocent.
things.
Like, she just believes everything's going to be
Mom's
okay.
going to take care of the crocs. The police know what they're doing. They're just letting randos in the house. So I think that's interesting. And the final piece I want to talk about, random party. It's not unruly. It's just people are just listening to music. So again, it's not. It could be a bad situation,
but it's
not. Everything in this dream could be a bad situation, but it's not. The waterfall, you could go over it. They were going up of it. They were going through a tunnel of crocs. Mom was running over it. Rando people in your house. Everyone's getting along.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Throwing bad situations, but always turning them around into positive.
Yeah, it seems like that. And
I think that's probably what her personality is. Kaitlyn's personality is probably in real life is like she is a cup half full type of gal. You know, like I feel like she maybe always tries to find the positive in it, but sometimes that's when you get taken advantage of.
That's why the people came to her house to have a party. And I wrote that on my paper here as I said she didn't stand up and say, like, don't come in.
Like, get out.
Like, this is my house. You cannot have my house. You cannot have a party in it.
Did you bring wine and White Claws? Then you can come in.
Then you can definitely join our party. In conclusion, I mean, there really is no conclusion to the stream either. And so I was going to say in conclusion, but there really is no conclusion to the stream. It just kind of ends and it just fades out as
that's kind of unusual too, you know, because like most streams come to like a halt. Like, then I woke up and you're like, what? Like, this was just kind of like, you know, like,
that's it.
Just a normal kind of day. Like, it just kind of ended.
And sometimes it's nice to have those neutral dreams, though. Yes. Those neutral dreams where it's like, it's not good or bad or
no, you have to give your brain a break while you're sleeping, too. For Christ's sakes, if you can't do it while you're sleeping, Lord knows you're not going to be able to do it while you're awake.
I just want to finish with telling Kaitlyn, cool dream. Thank you for submitting. If anything we can take from this dream, I think it's your go with the flow type person, but maybe every now and then it's good to kind of stand up and say, this is my house. So find that balance of being cool and go with the flow, go with the water flow, and standing up and not allowing people to take advantage of you, and that's my problem in life. That's always my problem.
It's a very hard balance. It's a very hard balance. So it's not like it's going to be an easy task, but you can do it, Kayla.
You got it.
Bestie, 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 bestie. We have something so exciting for you. If you are in the Chicagoland area, even if you're not, travel on in. We've got plenty of airports in the area. And we are going to be live at the Dark Matters Podcast Festival in Elgin, Illinois on Saturday, February 24th at 7 p.m. It's going to be awesome.
Be there or not, be cool.
Be there or be square. And you can check out all the details at REMelations.com/live. You're really going to want to check it out. Live ones are so much fun. And this is our second year at this podcast festival, and you'll enjoy it. Come live or join our sleepover squad and watch it later. But it's going to be a fun time. Promises.
Oh, and Brooke got some special pajamas for us today.
Oh, yes, we do have pajamas.
So
they arrived.
Yes. We always do our live stuff in real pajamas because why the hell not?
Jammy Jams.
The perks of the job.
Yeah.
And so, I'm excited to
Me too.
Bestie, that brings us to Catnaps. Catnaps is a part of the show where we just read a bunch of listeners' dreams. We don't do too much talking or analyzing on it. We do have fun, though. We do a lot of them because we want to share all of your dreams as many as we can.
Yes.
So it's catnap time, and Brooke, ready, Freddy?
Ready, Freddy? I'm ready. Lala from Miami writes in.
La.
I love it. Listen to this one, ladies. I live in Florida, and all the mansions are on the Intercoastal Waterway or the beach. Mm-hmm. In my dream, I went to a mansion on the Intercoastal. I went up to the door, and a maid answered. She let me inside.
That's nice of her.
Very nice. Like, I don't know.
You look like you have a trusting face.
You look trusting. Come on in. Let me take you to the library.
Wait in the library. Jinx. Buy me a Coke. What did we used to say in the past episode? Jinx, buy me a White Claw?
Probably a White Claw or rosé.
Jinx, buy me a White Claw.
Buy me a Sauvignon Blanc, please. That's too much.
It's too
much. Yeah, I know. Glancing around at this amazing house, then he came down the stairs.
Oh, who?
He was so happy to see me. He was in a towel and invited me upstairs.
Please.
Okay,
maybe
Mindy,
not.
Here's...
I don't know. I'm married. I shouldn't be thinking this stuff. It's Mark.
He was in a towel and invited me upstairs. Ow!
Wow.
It was Javier Bardem. Ow! Then some stuff happened.
Oh,
blah, blah,
you
blah.
left out the good part. Oh, please. Come on.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Lala says blah,
no.
blah, blah.
She should say la, 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 la.
La, 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 la. And I woke up.
Ooh.
Holy cow, though, she says. Best dream ever. I tried to go back to sleep.
Good.
Didn't work.
Oh,
it really
those
does,
are the ones you
Lala.
really want to
I
fall
know,
back
where you're
asleep.
like, I just want to finish that one.
Get back there. Get back in the ring.
Sorry, Lala.
Round 2.
Round 2.
Well, I'm going to take it in a different turn here.
Oh.
This is Yvonne from Skyline, Alabama.
Cool.
In this dream, I was sleeping, and a snake, a full-grown cobra possibly, was gently resting on the corners of my bed.
Nope, I don't like it, Mindy. I don't like it at all.
Its tail was hugging my arm. For some reason, I didn't panic at all when I woke up. I casually informed my family and neighbors about the snake in my room, and some of them had started screaming in panic.
Like
That's the normal reaction, Yvonne. She's like, it's fine.
It's fine. No,
cobra.
It's not.
The snake started chasing those people in a panic and didn't stop until it had killed each and every one of them. Then it waited to kill the not-so-panicked ones. Eventually, it did kill those ones, too.
This is a dick snake. I know what breed this is. Dick snake.
Seeing all this killing, the entire city was, I don't know, coming after to kill me because my snake was killing everyone but me. Eventually, it started biting and hissing anyone who neared me, and most of them died. WTF was that?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not
at
a
least
fan
if
of
you're
that one.
gonna dream of snakes,
it's on your side, right?
That's uncommon. But hey, I like it, but I don't. Yeah, it would be
Cobras
especially terrifying if it started just killing people.
Cobras are just a scary looking. I mean, snakes are a lot of people's nightmares, but like cobras in particular, they're just scarier for some reason.
They are. I think it's like the hood look.
Yeah, it's the hood. It is definitely the hood.
It's like wearing like a ski mask. It's more terrifying if you're just wearing a beanie.
Like if a snake just comes up and I open my front door, I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to shut the door. But if it's like a cobra reared up with its hood, I'll probably just curl up in a ball and die. Changing it up again, this is Monica from Buffalo, New York. My son came into my room last night and interrupted a very inspiring dream I was having.
No, not another one.
I was on
Fall back asleep. Fall back asleep.
Fall back asleep quickly. Get out of here, kid. I was on a hike with my ex in Austria, and he fell to his doom.
Oh,
that's not
didn't
good.
Expect that to happen. I didn't expect that to be.
I didn't think that was the inspiring part of the dream. I climbed down to see if he was, alive.
Oh, nice.
That's very caring. As I reached him, Smurfs started to hike past me, muttering about having to save the fallen man. And so I followed said Smurfs, and instead of my ex resting broken and mangled on the rocks, was my new lover, whom I, with the Smurfs, then tended back to health.
Interesting.
All the Smurfs' assistance was so helpful. We
Wow.
then continued to do very naughty mountain hiking things. No Smurf assistance here. How lovely a
Thank God.
dream.
I bet Doc was super helpful in that.
Oh, Doug had to be. I mean, who else?
And
is
Smurfette?
And maybe Brainiac or Brainy
Brainy.
Brady
Yep.
Smurf. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I meant those three would be in charge.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting that it was her ex and then it
Turned
broken.
into her current lover.
I liked
and
that.
like,
Interesting. But the Smurf thing, obviously you have kids.
yes,
You said you do.
I was going to say
just-
it's just kids.
What a weird input into your dream. Just, Smurfs.
Hey, but at least they helped and helped her continue on with her adventurous dream. Congratulations, Monica.
All right. This is another one from our bestie, Nicole from Florida.
Ooh, thanks, Nicole.
She starts with, this one's dark.
Uh-oh.
My parents divorced when I was 5, and I never had a close relationship with my dad. And I grew up with a lot of fears of abandonment and feelings of inadequacy because of that. Mm-hmm. I think it was because of this that I had a running theme amongst most of my nightmares that involved losing my mom.
Oh.
Because she was my only close and consistent parent.
Oh.
I was very young when I had this particular dream, about 5 or 6.
Wow.
So young that I don't know where I would have come up with the things this dark.
Oof.
Okay, you ready?
Okay, I am ready.
In my dream, it was daytime, like a very bright afternoon. I was running errands with my mom, and she parked in the parking lot of a run-down-looking strip mall. I asked where we were, and she said, "You'll see," in an off tone. She got out of the car, and I got out too. But when I got out, I saw that she hadn't waited for me like she always did, so she could hold my hand to walk to the store. In fact, I couldn't see her anywhere. Yeah, for 5 or 6, this is pretty terrifying.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Did I tell you we lost our youngest for a short time on a vacation once?
Did you say on vacation?
Yeah. Okay,
No.
So you gotta picture this. This is like the first big vacation Mark and I took with all of our kids, like our blended family. So we had 6 kids ranging from probably 7 to, maybe younger than that, 5 to 13. Like
It was a lot.
very young.
It was
Yeah,
a
it
lot.
was a lot going on. Fighting. We had to rent a 16-passenger van at the airport in order to like go anywhere. So, and even in a 16-passenger van, the 6 of them fought about who got what seat. But
Of course.
So we get to the beach. We park the van like in a double wide spot, and we all get out. We all grab our bags, the towels, like everything we need to go to the beach. We start walking. We make it about 2 blocks, and I do the mother hen thing where I'm like, I count the children, especially when they're that little. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like the Home Alone McAllister thing.
Right, it is 1, but you only got to 5.
I got to 5. I was like, where's our youngest? And so Mark stayed with the other kids. I run back to the van, and she's just standing there completely like crying and panicked. I was like, how did you not see
A group,
the 7 of us walk away?
People walking.
And I was like, what did you? She's like, well, I was going to talk to a mom because we said always to find a mom. And she's like, but then you came back really quick. But she still will bring it up. She's 15. She still brings up the
use
fact.
that
I
on
left
you
her
for
on
the
vacation.
rest of your life. I hope
Yes.
you know that is going to
will.
be on you forever.
It will. It was literally like 2 minutes. She was fine. But big families, I'm sure, can understand.
Oh, yes. I will forgive you.
Thank you. Going back to Nicole's dream here, she was left by her mom as well. It was like she had vanished the second she got out of the car. I assumed she must have gone inside without me, which was very unlike her, and I was hurt.
Yeah.
I walked up to the front door of the strip mall that I found and went inside. There was a hostess stand by the entrance, and a man was standing by it. He was very tall and skinny and pale. He looked like a living corpse. Or
Wow,
the creepy grave digger from movies.
This is so specific for a 5-year-old. This is crazy.
Completely. Very detailed. Mm-hmm. He asked if he could help me, and before I could answer, my eyes caught the wall behind him.
Oh, no.
You're not going to like this.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry again.
Mindy, this
Sorry.
is more animal stuff.
It is.
Why are you doing this to me?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I forgot about that.
I forgot.
Okay. There were taxidermied animal heads mounted all over the wall. Deer, moose, etc.
Okay.
I realized this was a taxidermy shop, and I told him I must have made a mistake because I was looking for my mom.
And why was there a hostess stand?
Welcome to Taxidermies R Us. Do you have a reservation?
Would you like to sit under the moose or the buck?
I'll take the buck, please.
I'll take the rabbit.
Ew. I told him I must have made a mistake because I was looking for my mom, but this couldn't be the shop she went into. I was about to walk out when he stopped me and said, "Oh no, she's here waiting for you."
What?
And pointed to his left, around the corner from the podium. I walked further into the store wondering why on earth my mom would have gone in here. Under the taxidermy heads, the back wall of the store was lined with deep red booths, like a restaurant. Oh, you're right. You could sit under the moose head.
You could sit under there.
But not the tables, just benches sitting parallel along the length of the wall in a long line.
Oh, I don't like it. That's creepy.
Yeah, very specific still.
Yeah.
I followed the benches down and down until I finally saw my mom.
Gosh.
She was laying down on her side, facing me and smiling.
Ooh.
And her head was not connected to her body.
I don't like it.
They taxidermied your mom, Nicole. I'm sorry.
They got her. They got her.
Step 2, she's going above booth 94.
You can make a reservation now if you want. We're 3 months out.
What do you think they serve there?
People, Mindy. They serve
animals.
People. Soylent Green is people.
Nicole finishes by saying, I woke up crying and I was terrified to go back to sleep, but too tired to stay awake. I finally fell back to sleep, and in my next dream, I was holding my mom's head, and she was still smiling at me.
Yeah,
she fell back into the one dream you don't want to fall back into.
No, it's that one. Oh my God.
I remember realizing that I was back in the nightmare and decided to make it into something happy. So I took my mom's head to a water park that we went to a lot in real life. Me and my mom's head that couldn't talk went on the water slides together, laughing and playing, and then I woke up.
I'm not sure what to say, but it might be my favorite dream ever.
It's one of those. I really don't know. It was horrifying, especially at 5 or 6.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, it is a very horrifying dream.
All around a bad dream.
I'm just picturing.
She made the best of it.
This water, like there's going on the lazy river, and then she's like carrying her up the 17, sets of stairs to get to the top, and they're like in one of those little rafts together.
Oh yeah,
and the head's in the front,
just rolling
and she's
around
in the back.
But Mom was smiling the whole time.
They come out the end smiling.
She couldn't put her arms up though.
Oh no, that was the daughter.
That was okay.
The daughter
her arms
held the
up, but that's not how it's gonna work. Or maybe the daughter's held Mom's head over her head. Like,
yes, that could work too.
Yeah, it could. Ooh, wave pool. That'd be interesting too.
Yeah, you definitely
gotta
have
keep
to
Mom's
hold
head above the water.
You gotta hold that head above your head.
Wow.
What about, do water parks? I've never been to a water park that takes your pictures like amusement parks do, but wouldn't that be great? Like the big drop, holding Mom's head, maybe next to yours, like a.
Oh yeah, like a cheek to cheek, really cheesy,
cheek
picture.
To cheek. I think it would be cute.
I think Nicole made the best out of a very horrible situation.
She sure did.
She didn't let it ruin her day.
No, not even.
She had a fun day. It's time for another fun day. A lot of water fun days planned here.
Well, I've got one. It's not a water fun day, but it's not a bad one. I wouldn't mind this one. This is Carlton from Sageville. I have this recurring dream that I haven't had in a long time. I had my own hotel. Yes. Nice. I like this part.
It's cheap.
It was gorgeous and it was mine. I would just wander through it and admire all the beautiful furniture. It had a turn of the century vibe, which is what I dig.
Totally cool. Yep.
I miss that dream.
Does it have animal taxidermy heads? Just out of
no,
curiosity?
This is a good hotel.
Okay. It's not a hunting lodge.
It's not a hunting lodge, weird hotel.
Attached to a water park.
But Carlton goes on to say, I miss that dream. I would always wake up refreshed after I had it. I know it's materialistic, but it was awesome. I'm sorry, Carlton, you're fine. Good. I think it's good. However, you
enjoy
get
those
that
dreams.
That tension, release, that's...
Just go to your hotel.
Go to your hotel. Get refreshed.
Order a pillow menu.
Get a facial.
Yeah.
Oh, the pillow menu, Mindy. I haven't stopped thinking about that for however long it's been, a week or two. But yes.
Lovely, Carlton. Very lovely. We got a short one here from Ruth from Odessa, Texas.
Oh. My next one's from Houston.
Oh.
Tejas in the house.
I walked into my childhood family room to see my grandpa sitting on the couch by himself.
Oh.
My grandpa passed away a few years ago, so I was surprised to see him. He motioned outside and asked me if I was going to go out and have dinner with everyone. Turned to see my entire family in the living room outside, just waiting, sitting down together for dinner. I turned back to him and said I was just going to hang out with him instead.
Oh.
He smiled and told me that sounded nice.
Oh.
We just sat.
I
woke up, but it was the best wake up I've had in ages. What a great dream.
That is a great dream.
Oh, I know.
That makes my heart warm.
It does.
We need those dreams.
Yes, I love those ones where you just get more time with the person you love unexpectedly, just because they were thinking about you. They wanted to visit you, Ruth. That's how he could. He visited you in your dream.
Well, per usual, Mindy, not only do I have a dreamer from the same state, but it might kind of be along the same lines, too.
Interesting.
Which always happens with us, I feel like. This is Rob. He's from Houston.
Okay.
I had a dream a few months ago that helped me feel better about things that have been complicating my life. It was just a short car ride with my dad that has been dead for 11 years.
Oh.
In his old Volkswagen Rabbit. I don't even know what that looks like.
I've seen pictures. It's a funky car.
All he did was talk about the Scorpions.
Oh, the band?
I guess. I mean, good.
My mom and dad were big fans of the Scorpions.
I like the Scorpions. I'm sorry. They only had a few hits, but I like them. But it was something I needed since I forgot the sound of his voice for so many years.
Oh.
It seemed so vivid. So it was like spending a little bit of time with the person I wanted to see the most in the world.
Love it. Perfect. Those went perfectly together. Little did we know.
Little did we know.
This is from Shannon from Continental Ohio. Over there in Ohio. People get Iowa and Ohio mixed up a lot. And Idaho.
People, they're not that
Iowa,
confusing.
And Ohio. I guess if you're not from the States, maybe. Maryland and Montana. Just because they start kind of the same doesn't make them the same people. All right. Shannon from Ohio. In my dream, there was a giant turquoise blue eel.
Love giant eels. Just kidding.
Who was somehow standing erect while talking. The eel, this is to make up for all the animals earlier today, Brooke. This
Good.
is to make
Thank
you.
I hope this eel kicks ass.
The eel was extremely clever in tone.
Smart.
A smart eel, a college graduate eel.
Oh, he's got a bachelor's degree.
Maybe a master's.
Ooh, Dr. Eel, PhD.
I remember being very wary of the eel in my dream and keeping my distance as it inched closer while it was conversing with another person close by. However, I climbed out of the water while keeping my distance away from the eel, finally making my way to higher ground.
I'd like to know what the eel was talking about.
That's what I was just going to say. I would stay in the water. He was being clever. Obviously, he's not a danger because he's a doctor. And
he had to take the Hippocratic Oath. So obviously he's safe to stay in the water.
Safe to be around. And I would ask I would ask him what he thinks of climate change maybe and how it's affecting their oceans.
He's like, it sucks, lady. It's getting real hot in here and I'm going to be boiling pretty soon.
Gonna have to grow legs. I mean, I can already stand.
Well, I was going to say, he's halfway there. He can already stand.
Oh, thank you for the dream, Shannon.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Kaitlyn. Thank you so much for submitting your dream in. We loved going over that one. And, of course, all of our lovely catnaps were amazing. Thank you so much for submitting them. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming. Jinx again. You owe me two.
I owe you two whatever. Yeah. White Claws?
Yeah, 2 White Claws.
2 shots? Fireball, probably.
Jinx, buy me a fireball? Oh, man, I haven't had one in a while. It's probably a good thing.
Ooh, yeah.
And now there's a point where I can lay back and relax and let Brooke do all the talking.
I don't mind.
Cool. I need a break. Worked hard today.
Mindy, what do we say every episode? I'm not going to make you actually
Sweet
answer.
Dreams, bitches.
Yes.
Okay, yay, I win.
But that wasn't it. But you're correct. We do.
Okay.
But we always say, from nightmares to the just plain bizarre. So, well, get ready for both.
Okay.
As we talk about this Hulu documentary that I watched called Monster Inside, America's Most Extreme Haunted House.
Oh, boy. Yikers.
Yikers. Mindy, what would you do if your worst fears and nightmares came to life?
Well,
I mean, I know that.
Me and Taylor Swift would be hanging out, first of all.
That's your worst fear and nightmare?
No, I don't really have. Okay, I was trying to think of something nice.
No, this is all
so excited for her
nightmares.
new album, by the way. Okay,
I knew you had to throw it in there. Okay, Taylor Swift, we've got covered. Okay,
we got So something happening to my kids, that would be horrible. Okay. Yes, that's my worst nightmares.
Okay, welcome to the world of what's called immersive horror. Have you heard of this?
No, it sounds dangerous and scary.
Yes, scary, right?
Both those, check and check.
Okay, so this first part I'm just going to read from Hulu.com, just the general description of this documentary, and then we can kind of dive into it.
Because you did ask if I wanted to watch this before, and I said I'd wait and see.
And then I changed my mind and said, I don't think you should watch it because I know.
Okay, well, fine.
Okay.
My stomach's stronger than you think.
Oh, okay. Well, then I would like for you to watch this afterward.
Okay.
We can talk.
We'll put the links in the show notes.
Okay, so this documentary follows the story of Russ McKamey. He's a Navy veteran turned master of horror who lures horror enthusiasts into his web. They find themselves pulled into the no-holds-barred world of McKamey Manor, a haunt that doesn't end until Russ says so. Yeah.
I like to leave on my own.
You're you let me get on through past the chainsaw guy and I'm on my way.
I don't want to wait for Mr. Dr. Crazy to let me out of his haunted house.
I will say, though, and I may have mentioned this before, I have been to a haunted house where they did put black bags over my head, and we had to put our hands on the shoulder in front of the people in front of us. So this is not that kind of immersive. There's different levels. There's your standard haunted house. There might be one where someone maybe touches you, and it goes all the way to the extreme.
Okay.
So originally starting McKamey Manor to satiate his love of Halloween, as the haunt grew in popularity, both on the ground and social media, so did the severity of Russ's tactics. Realizing that he was attracting more and more followers as he did so, which seems the opposite of what you would want. The worse it gets, the more people you're getting.
And more popular? Yeah.
But it was by cultivating an online persona and a cult-like following, Russ was allowed to display his basest instincts and rewarded with online fame and notoriety. Driven by his personal fixations, he turned his backyard haunt into a bona fide torture chamber, videotaping, quote, contestants as he sees how far he can push them. So by showcasing the reasons why the subjects were pulled into the McCamey Manor, the film explores why people make themselves vulnerable to harm. The world of immersive horror is a world of misfits, outsiders, and those trying to overcome trauma, believe it or not.
Sure.
Though the stories of our main characters in the documentary and expert commentary, the film hopes to show how a person's past could draw them into an extreme activity, some forms which might actually be beneficial, and thus more broadly answer the question, why do we do anything extreme?
Right.
Right? It's a good question.
I'm interested to see how far this guy takes it.
Okay.
So I'm not giving my opinion quite yet.
Okay. So first, let's dive into the fact that it's it's basically a cult. When you try to leave, like, his followers ruin your life. It reminds me a lot of Scientology.
Oh.
Like, if you go against Russ and you say something, you get stalked, you get taunted, your social media is hit.
What's going to happen to you, Brooke, now that you're calling him out?
No tagging,
you ready
people.
For this?
No tagging. No tagging. So 1,000% he has this huge following, especially on YouTube. And I feel like, as long as he keeps getting this attention, it'll keep this monstrosity going.
Yeah.
And
interesting. Okay.
Mindy, this is where I got into a real dangerous rabbit hole because
spiral of a rabbit hole spiral.
A rabbit hole spiral? Yes.
Yeah.
And we'll get into this in a little bit, but he films every single one and it's on Facebook. And I don't want you to check those out, Mindy. Okay. But if anyone else wants to check them out, we can put it in the show notes. And
that's the thing. It's like looking at a car wreck, right? It's like you hate.
Can't
maybe,
not.
I don't know who this guy is yet.
Okay, so
I'm
maybe
sure we'll learn more about him.
Watch the documentary, not the YouTube, because I feel like you see enough in the documentary. I might be more desensitized because I am a horror fan, but this is real stuff. Watching real people go through it, it's tough. And there are
by like watching these things, it's just adding to his fame.
It is.
Okay.
People are just fueled by this. It's crazy. Okay. There are legitimate immersive haunts, and just like any bad seed, this guy's giving it a bad name because
so we don't like this guy.
We don't like Russ. He is a bad guy. He is a legit psychopath and has taken this extreme adrenaline junkie practice and has turned it into actual torture.
I don't even like the name Russ, so that makes sense.
Screw you, Russ. Rusty. But there are, like I was saying, there are legitimate immersive haunts because they do have safety measures in place, like a safe word. As you should. Or maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours long. And again, we'll get into more of this as we talk about Russ, but he doesn't abide by like any rules. It's very upsetting.
I don't like him.
Yeah. And like I said, it can be effective for some people, kinks, for masochism.
Sure.
As just insignificant, though it is a growing...
But that's when...
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like do whatever you want to do, and it's your own life, your own body. But and that's why a lot of people that are of that community have safe words and safety things that
there's a reason.
So they're still in control of the situation. But as soon as you take that control away from someone,
it's not okay.
It's not okay.
No, it's not the same thing, right?
No. Okay. You're right. I don't like this topic. You text me, you're not going to like this topic, and you're right. I don't.
But the stuff is more relevant than ever because in many cases, this payoff isn't necessarily sexual arousal, which people think with masochism. but it's a broader, more intense high. Russ McKamey, our best friend here.
No.
Just kidding.
No. He cannot have the bestie tag, Brooke.
He will never have that.
He's a rando. He's such a rando.
He's a psychotic rando named Russ.
Exactly.
He has this horror attraction called McKamey Manor. It comes with a 40-page waiver.
No. And that's not a good sign.
No. He started this venture for entertainment. He loved Halloween. But it gradually turned into sort of a sadistic game for Russ. And in all honesty, people probably think that was the larger intent behind it all.
I wonder who his lawyers are. They're like, yep, this is not going to throw you in jail. Like, no. A crazy lawyer that might want to take it on in the first place to write a contract a waiver that is 40 pages long. 40 Yeah, I don't want to take that legality on. Wow.
So Russ comes across as someone who'd go to any extent to hold up his extreme claim, including possibly destroying people psychologically and physically. Mm-hmm. It also makes sense to understand why people would voluntarily sign up for these attractions when they fully know that they'll experience terror, pain, and stress.
Yeah.
In that regard, we also, in the documentary, get to hear from a few experts in the field of psychology. So it does cover a lot. It's a very interesting documentary. I don't want to share too much because I'd love you to go out and watch this.
Yeah.
But yes, we will go over some details. So there's this natural appetite for more extreme experiences lately. And they go beyond the realm of kind of like we were talking, just the boogeyman popping out from the shadows and a jump scare, as they might call it. The audience for these extreme haunts can be horror fans looking for a stronger fix, or even people with mental health issues, PTSD, seeking a safely administered hit of adrenaline. Yeah. So it's whatever their motivations are. Russ has a 1,000 long, like 20,000 long waiting list. The 40-page waiver.
Wait. How long?
Like 20,000, because he only does like 2 a week or something like that.
What?
I can't remember. It was only a few a week.
That's crazy.
Right.
That's no.
So along with the waiting list, there's the 40-page waiver that still isn't probably illegal.
Right. Yeah, we'll see on that first lawsuit.
And
how this holds up in court.
He has a $20,000 prize for anyone able to complete his marathon-length physical and psychological tortures. And
$20,000.
But here's the thing that most people go for.
I'm just trying to.
I know, like
seeing the benefit and the payoff. $20,000 to be completely.
You don't even know, Mindy.
I don't even
you don't
know
even
yet?
know.
Okay. Doesn't seem like enough money.
No, but I think in today's day and age, the biggest thing he has picked up on, and it's actually very smart, is the potential viral internet fame.
Yeah.
Because he posts all these videos on YouTube, and he's always like, "You're the best one, you're doing the best," and so people get encouraged by it. Sure. But this was something sad that I wanted to explain, like where it says maybe someone with PTSD. There's a section where this gentleman was in the military, and when he came home, things just weren't right. He was suffering from PTSD, and he's like, nothing is like that adrenaline when your life's in danger and you're going out into this environment. And so this is one of his quotes, and it's really sad. So when he came back before he could figure out maybe how to handle everything, one of the things I did was start giving away body parts. I gave my kidney away. I was signed up to give a piece of my liver away. I also signed up for bone marrow transplant. I was going to give away as much as I could. And he is an Iraq war vet, and that's him discussing his PTSD and his survivor's guilt that led him to seek out these extreme haunts. And it's so sad. Like, you can't find that adrenaline anywhere else, right? You know, unless you're
and I think,
in danger.
And I don't care, like, you know, any American, or probably the same across the world, you want to take care of those vets.
Troops.
You want to make sure that they get all the resources when they come home because they're putting their lives on the line for you. And so not to have
proper care.
We need to invest money in these vets coming home because it is horrific to see how some of them are treated and not being able to adjust back to normal life. It's
and that's just the mental problems, you know, mental issues when people come back. Physical issues, they don't necessarily have top-notch doctors or surgeons. You know, it's like you have to always kind of go for the second best, I feel like, with the vets. And that just breaks my heart. I mean, Mindy and I both have dads who are vets. And so it is a sensitive subject. I know my dad was spit on when he got home from Vietnam, like walking off the plane. People were like lined up to spit on him. And that's
crazy.
It breaks my heart.
No, it is hard.
Okay, so moving right along. It is brutal to watch in many ways. Yeah. But it also gives important insight. Sometimes the thing you think you want isn't what you really want, you know? So sometimes anyone looking for an immersive horror experience in a haunted house setting is probably still wanting to be somewhat in control, like you said.
Yep.
But that's not what Russ does.
This is why you're saying I would not like this.
Right. You know, like I said, other haunts have safety words. It might be an hour, 2 hours long. It's intense, but like you can stop. Yeah. He's done over 30-hour sessions, does not listen to safety words. Like it's his rules, basically.
It's his world, and Russ is fucking living in it.
Yes.
And Russ.
So one former participant did say something that helped put things into perspective. She said that she went there looking to live through her own horror experience, not his fantasy. And that makes it super creepy because
it does.
That's exactly what it is. His creepy, psychotic fantasy. And he's getting to do this. And he's got 20,000 people waiting in line to do it.
Do people, and you might get this, do people pay for this experience?
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So some people feel like they need to prove or challenge themselves. And Russ exploits this. He 100% does. And while he isn't completely honest, for one, he decides when the tour is over, which ensures no one can ever win that cash prize.
Sure.
Because he makes sure no one succeeds.
No one gets to that point,
Yeah.
Don't like it.
So
I don't like it.
I know you don't, and we kind of talked about it, but it's like this is in a world where people send fan mail and letters to serial killers. This is just like the type of world we live in. So like we said, people are going to be like, I could do that. You know, they just want the challenge, and they're like, it's just, he's building this cult-like following, and it's working.
Okay.
Okay, so you asked earlier, McCamey Manor is in Summertown, Tennessee, and it pushes its visitors to the breaking points through torture and horrifying experiences. And Russ, we all know, takes his twisted enjoyment and pleasure in controlling these victims. But the documentary goes on to show that he has had this haunt in a few different states and has gotten run out of states. Because people don't want him in their area.
I get it.
What seemingly started out as just a regular haunted house eventually, as we know, grew into this extreme haunt. And as it grew bigger, the audience he drew is bigger too, which is scary.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's to push.
It feeds the monster.
Yes, it feeds the monster. So the participants have to sign this waiver, which we know, get cleared by a doctor before being able to participate. The waiver,
his own doctor.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Right? It's like your GP back in
Is this Dr. Eel? Dr. Eel is here?
Dr. Eel's like, you may. Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't care. I'm a fucking eel. I don't actually go to school. I don't even know how he signs the paperwork with his
how does he with his little mouth? The waiver even lists death as a possibility. And
Of
people
course,
sign this.
Well, you probably sign something that says, like, if you die on a roller coaster at an amusement park, you probably can't sue either. So
That's true.
okay, yeah.
Here's your other question, Mindy. The price of entry. Do you want to guess?
Yeah, I do want to guess.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's not going to be cheap because, especially if it's got a cult following. But I mean, if the price is $20,000. I mean, $5,000.
I like the way you're thinking about it, but the price of entry is either a bag or a couple of cans of dog food. He donates it all to...
Oh, that's sweet.
The Humane Society or shelters or something.
Okay.
So I think that might be like a legal tactic too, because no one's paying him to do this technically. Like he's just
that makes
taking
sense.
dog food donations. Isn't this wild? But like you said, the $20,000 at what cost? So I kind of mentioned like one of the people that's interviewed on the documentary said she reportedly used her safe word for multiple minutes. And there have been one woman recounted how you're not going to like this, listed spiders as her greatest fear during an intake interview.
I would say it's cotton candy.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm afraid of Skittles and Mountain Dew.
And
and
Doritos and rainbows
and kittens,
and unicorns,
lots and lots of kittens.
Like, why would you
terrify? They terrify me.
Those little noses and those little
scary
whiskers.
I can't even think about it. She told the documentary that she was afraid for her life because it was a tarantula, and if it were being mishandled. And if she agitated them any further, they could bite. Mm-hmm. And they do have some venom, but really it's their fangs are so big. So she thought her life was in danger. Other visitors described how they have been waterboarded and drugged.
Oh.
And even there's a visitor who described her experience and how she is forever traumatized because of what didn't happen on camera, because Russ films everything. So after being tied up, drugged, and tortured, she feared what didn't get captured on camera because Russ told her he wasn't able to film the, quote, good stuff. This guy is so disgusting.
Is your safe word kittens, by the way?
Ooh, I should pick a safe word. I mean, I don't do anything really... that exciting in life.
But hey, when we have our slumber party coming up, our sleepover, and maybe we get into a pillow fight, Brooke.
What? Kittens, Mindy, kittens.
Okay, Brooke, I'll put down my pillow.
What's yours?
Well, I have to be puppies.
Okay, well, we're going to be kittens and puppies then for sure.
Tickle fight.
Oh, okay. I did mention that there were psychologists involved in the documentary, and they even brought on a human rights lawyer who specializes in the subject of torture. Mm-hmm. We talked about...
we don't even have to probably go through the bad side, like the bad psychological things that can happen, because I'm pretty sure we all know.
Well, just wait a minute. Okay. We talked about there's many reasons why someone would seek out these extreme experiences. But in the case of McCamey Manor, general consent alone doesn't seem to excuse the heinous things that happen there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everyone has signed this 40-page waiver, but do they really get a chance to read it? Most of them are presented with the waiver at the time of the experience. So their adrenaline is, they don't get it ahead of time, to read through it. They're just, adrenaline is going crazy and they're just ready to go,
Yay.
With the movies that were popular in like the late 90s and early 2000s, like Saw and Hostel, they show that extreme gore and mutilation.
Yeah.
And maybe it's desensitized a lot of us. And it's possible that watching these scenes, like these real scenes of people, makes horror fans and thrill seekers feel more confident that they can participate in these haunts and test.
It's not a movie, folks.
It's not a movie.
Not a movie.
They want to test themselves, but this isn't a movie, people.
Yeah.
It's much different when you're watching someone being buried alive Or having your worst fears realized, you know?
No. Puppies.
Puppies, kittens. I'm saying kittens.
Puppies.
Okay, did want to let you know, though, that because of this documentary, the Tennessee Attorney General announced that his office is looking into the McCamey Manor.
Good.
Yes.
He might not be in Tennessee anymore.
Might not be. They did send a letter raising serious concerns about its business practices and operating its extreme haunted attraction. And they said this office continues to prioritize the safety and well-being of all Tennesseans. I didn't know that's what they were called.
That's correct.
And guess what? Guess what the McCamey Manor's response was? Haters gonna hate.
Well, that seems very don't use
laissez-faire.
First of all, don't use a Taylor Swift lyric to kind of justify your torture chamber, Russ. He probably is pissed off that she gets shown on the NFL kind of guy. And two, that I don't think came from your legal department.
No, exactly. So as I was kind of mentioning this waiver ahead of time, and this disturbed me. This one woman said, I had too much excitement going on through my veins at the time. If the waiver would have said that a man is going to come out of the woods and murder you during this event, I would have signed it. It's just that extreme. Like it's very cultish, you know, like and people think that they can like prove, but again, it's his game, not yours. Like, and people don't realize that.
Don't want to live in Russ's game.
I will say that per Russ himself, and this wasn't in the documentary, but I think this was just something I came across on YouTube, said 3 deaths have occurred.
What?
And he says he doesn't feel bad about it. They didn't follow directions.
Oh, no. Okay. Here's another question I have. How long has he been doing this?
That is a good question, Mindy. I don't know.
I asked a question you didn't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you asked a question I didn't know the answer to.
That's okay.
I think it just has developed over time. Like,
just now recently getting more attention on social media makes sense.
Because the documentary came out.
Sure. 3 deaths, though? Like,
I know.
Yeah,
and he doesn't care.
That's going to draw some FBI agents. Mulder's going to go check that shit out.
Good.
And Scully. They're gonna come.
Okay, so it says it was founded in San Diego, and then it went to Tennessee in 2017, but I don't know when it actually...
it's still a long time.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you have to be 18 or 21. How lovely.
What, you're not going to torture children, Ross? How valiant.
Okay, well. But here were some of my thoughts on the issue, you know. The whole thing, if I can go through this, I can do anything. Mm-hmm. And that can be a positive motivation or a misleading motivation. Mm-hmm. You know, there are plenty of people that could probably benefit for something like this. Like I said, those reputable people. Yeah. But I also wanted to just point out, people, nightmares are real, not just when we're dreaming, unfortunately. So many people, even people that went in there with PTSD, most people leave there with it, and other psychological and lifelong physical injuries. So they tried to say it's almost like athletes pushing their bodies, you know, to run a marathon, or those big wave surfers, or, you know, any kind of extreme. They can say
puppies and kittens at any time they want.
They can stop.
And they can stop running.
I'm just thinking too, like, how can you actually consent if you're being gagged or choking on water or something worse, or even just from sheer terror? Like, not that it matters to him because he doesn't abide by kittens or puppies or any other safe words, but I know this is the part you didn't want to hear, but I'm just going to end this by listing off some of the things that have happened. Okay. Buried alive, which is one of my biggest nightmares.
Can I just say no thank you to everyone I don't want to do?
You're going to say no thank you to every single thing. So just say it in general.
Across the board.
Across the board. Fingernail removal.
Ew.
Dragged across asphalt. Tied up. Chained up. Severely beaten. Waterboarded. We talked about spiders. Locked in a freezer. teeth pulled, submerged
He's a
into...
dentist now, too?
He
Russ,
made people
did you get your
do it
DTS?
themselves.
Did you
he
do
made
it?
people do it themselves.
Okay.
I'm sure he's done it a time or two, though.
Yeah.
Submerged into ice water, sleep deprivation,
We know what that does.
waste dumped on you,
Ew.
violent obstacle courses, electricity.
No.
We already talked about them being drugged. And I'm going to end it on a bad note, but this whole thing's been one nasty note.
Yeah,
so.
it's not been great, Brooke.
Eating vomit.
Oh.
You know, not great.
Your own or someone else's?
Who knows? Could be both.
Oh, okay. Well, so it's
So
very acidic, I'm sure.
That's the story of Russ McCamey, the psychotic asshole who is still out there today with a cult following. Oh, and it just seems
I know,
stupid.
can't even put into words what you think about this, I can tell.
Well, yes, it almost seems stupid of me to bring this up because I'm giving it a platform.
Yeah.
But also I want to give it a platform for positive reasons, for change. There's always going to be people out there, like I said, that see the glass half full, half empty. Those half empties are going to want to prove to themselves that they can make it through. Those ones that see it half full maybe want to do it for therapeutic reasons, whatever.
Yeah.
People are being taken advantage of. People are being tortured. People are being killed.
So maybe it's just you're bringing it to attention, not glorifying what he's doing.
No, I'm just trying
we're bringing it to attention to, if you're in Tennessee, maybe contact your local politicians and see how you can get this guy out of your
shut down.
state. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
Yes.
Incredible story, though. And I've never heard anything about
Me
this.
neither, which I was so surprised because we're both kind of in the know about things on the realm of scary or horror stuff, or paranormal things, and nope, never heard about it. So, Mindy,
wow,
what it comes down to is I would not recommend
puppies. Oh.
Yes, I would not recommend you watching any YouTube clips.
I will not.
If you want to watch the documentary, I think you'd be safe because you can always skip like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
They never show like 10 minutes at a time or anything, like.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
If you're just curious.
Okay.
But honestly, I think you probably got the gist of it.
I don't know if I have to. I don't know if I have to. I don't want to get this guy.
But again, people, there are
news.
nightmares out there and they're coming to life. And
he is like
scary.
the nightmare boogeyman, really.
He is.
That's what he is.
He is.
He is the nightmare boogeyman. Don't like it.
Me neither, friend.
Okay. Wow. I don't know where to go from that. Other than...
Sorry, man.
I'm looking forward to seeing your face in a couple weeks.
I know, so soon. Like 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 2 weeks.
It's been
3 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah. It's been a little bit. So I'm excited to see you.
I'm excited to see you too.
You said you were a little had a little too much fun last night. So Dad's birthday. It was Dad's birthday and brother's birthday.
My brother's birthday's this week. My dad's birthday's next week.
Oh, yay.
And so we went to, it's like a Benihana type restaurant, where
fun.
you're at the
I love
table.
it. Yes.
And the food not only was delicious, but like our chef was amazing.
Oh, it always makes a big deal.
I caught the broccoli in my mouth for the first time ever. Because Brett, my brother, chooses
Have you been practicing?
Every year we go here. And he and my dad always get it. And I've just never gotten it. And this year I was like, got it this year. So good year, 2024.
Congratulations.
But then, we had my uncle and his girlfriend show up. And, we just decided to celebrate a little later than we should have.
That's always fun, though.
It was totally worth it, but I am not feeling well today.
Is it time to go to bed?
Time for bed. It's
Crash early.
It's 6:57. Time for bed.
We'll talk you in. I'll get you Gatorade.
Mindy, what's been going on with
Advils.
you? I feel like I haven't seen you forever.
Shit. Well, I will be honest and open with our besties here. I have been in a funk.
Oh.
I have been in, I don't know if it, and I'm saying this lately, I don't know if it's been, the sun hadn't been out in so long. It's in the middle, like the sun hasn't been out. Well, it was out the last
you
couple
are
days,
seriously affected by
seasonally
sad.
depressed.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yes.
because I sense a disturbance in the force.
There is, and there was. And it's funny because I was talking to my sister, Kelly, about it. And I talked to her on the phone, just kind of like unleashed a bunch of things like you do to your sibling.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's nothing in particular. And Mark's like, are you mad at me? And I'm like, it's nothing you're doing. It's nothing anyone's doing. It's just
the way it is.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's everything and nothing all at the same time.
Yes.
And it's like I looked at, Kingston's dog bowl and I was like, oh, like I have to feed him. I'm like, I feed him every day. I don't know why it bothered me this week as much as it has, but I was crying for no reason.
Oh.
It was a full moon.
Oh boy.
But the whole point is like this does happen, and seasonal depression is a thing, and I just felt it. Nothing in particular. So the sun's been out the last couple of days, though.
It has been, and the snow's melting a little bit. Nice. So yeah,
I'm feeling a little better, and I did, in true Virgo fashion.
Oh boy, what did you organize?
I made a presentation for my husband.
I knew it.
And it was Mindy seasonally depressed and is about to lose her mind. ... Let's go on vacation.
Ooh.
So
was it a successful presentation?
He rolled his eyes at first. Well, here's the thing. Like I've been telling Mark for a while, like, we need to do something. I don't care if it's like downtown for a day or it's something, but I think just finally this week it just all added up. I'm like, I want to go somewhere big. Yeah. I want you to take me to somewhere where it's warm and it's all inclusive. Yes. So the presentation did work, and I am happy to say we are leaving on vacation in a couple weeks.
Oh, where are you going? Where are you going?
Nights and all inclusive.
All inclusive? Can I guess?
Sure.
I'm guessing Caribbean or Mexico.
Those are two good guesses, yes.
Are either of them correct?
You are on the right path. Do you want to be more specific?
Cancun.
Incorrect.
Bermuda. Barbados.
Incorrect.
Bahamas.
Nope.
Let's start with a B.
No.
Damn it.
Cabo. No.
So, okay.
We're going to the lovely Dominican Republic for 6 nights.
Yay, Mindy, yay. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I know, me too. And you're always the one that travels. And we haven't.
But I've never
Mark
been
and I
there.
have not been on a vacation. Oh, fun. I get to knock something off of your list that you haven't done yet.
And it is. It is on my list, so good for you.
We have 6 kids. We haven't been on like a real vacation. I mean, here's what I'll say. We haven't been on a real vacation like in 6 years. We went to Jamaica quite a while ago, like 6 or 7 years ago.
That doesn't count if it's every 7 years.
We've taken the kids to Disney. We've taken the kids to Myrtle Beach.
Kids trip, Mindy.
I want a no kids trip. We have a kids baseball tournament coming up in Georgia. We have a kids soccer tournament coming up in St. Louis. I just looked at him with my little presentation and my spreadsheets, and I have tears in my eyes, and I'm like, please take me somewhere.
Mindy, may I ask you a question?
I did maybe threaten him a little bit in that.
Was it a PowerPoint presentation, or did you have like poster boards with things written out on it?
Oh, no. I mean, I did.
Because I
did start a Canva presentation, like doing it in Canva. But I did have my Excel spreadsheets too with flights and costs.
But I did. We're talking sexy stuff.
I know. I did just end up doing it, like freewheeling it. Just
wow.
Brought up. I just said, let's go talk, and I said, welcome to my presentation.
I could see you with poster boards and glitter. Doing the whole shebang.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad it worked.
Yes,
I'm so excited for you.
I have 2 things to ask you.
Yes.
One, I need your packing checklist. So please send that along.
It's going to be tropical, right? You're going in a few weeks?
Yep.
Okay. I just need to know.
And number 2.
Okay.
Sweet friend, darling, bestie of mine. Oh, you know how I've taken you to the airport a couple times?
No. I don't
recall.
remember this.
It just happens we're leaving for our vacation the day after our live show. So, and since you're going to be sleeping at our house, do you mind dropping us off at the airport in the morning?
No, of course not. How are you going to get home, though? Is someone going to pick you up?
We'll Uber it. We'll Uber it home, but...
Of course, it'll finally be my chance to do something for you.
I know. It was funny because we were looking at dates. I was like, if we leave on the 25th, Brooke can drop us off the airport and she owes me one or two.
I owe you more than one.
So I'm looking forward to that. Just some quiet time with my husband. And it's like, I don't know, just looking forward to sitting on the beach. And maybe an excursion day, but
6 days? That's awesome. Yeah. And that's what's great about all-inclusive. Like, you don't have to worry about food or liquor or anything. You just stay there. You go to your swim-up bar. You go to the beach. Or maybe you don't do either. Maybe you just fucking relax and sit on a chair. Maybe you get some sexy time on the beach, in the water, in the bed.
Anywhere you can.
No kids. See, that's the best. Like, a whole week, pretty much.
Yeah. So that's my exciting news.
It's not going to be that long of a flight. I mean, are you going to like Florida and then taking a smaller flight?
I think we have a layover in Charlotte.
Charlotte's, yeah.
But short layover and then on. But yeah.
2 thumbs up for you, Mindy, and your awesome presentation skills. I'm so happy for you.
If anyone wants me to help them with their presentation for their partner and convincing them they need to take you on a vacation, I am happy to lend my services. Just email me at REMelations@gmail.com. I'll see what I can do.
She's very sweet. Okay, bestie. Until next week, don't you dare sign a 40-page waiver.
Puppies.
Yes, puppies, kitties. Don't do it, Mindy. Just don't do it.
I promise.
And sweet dreams, bitches.
Don't you dare sign it.
Don't you
like how you did it.